from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
I don't know if it's a trend or if it's just sometimes these things come in waves, and then it always seems like there's something new that comes and takes over. But it's always a little bit sad just because you think of who it does affect.
The FM Metro is losing one of its larger grocery stores as the Family Fare supermarket in Moorhead will close its doors this April.
Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz looks into why the store might be closing as the supermarket industry changes.
And I happen to be making this little drive coming right off 94. It is nice and convenient, especially if I want a Caribou or something like that.
Moorhead shopper Rihanna Gallagher says when she's in the area, she prefers coming to the Family Fare in Moorhead.
It's pretty well stocked and they have a good selection of things.
But come April, she'll have to shop elsewhere. A manager tells us the store is set to close around April 14th. Luckily, as Moorhead's Economic Development Authority tells me, Gallagher has plenty of other options.
Here locally, we've had new players come onto the scene in the local grocery market. Aldi's came to Dilworth, Natural Grocers came to Fargo, so there's changes.
And that's part of the reason Cindy Graffio thinks stores like Family Fare are closing.
Scale obviously comes into play. Retailers like Walmart can shave off margins because they have so much gross business. Smaller grocers are having a hard time competing in that.
Some of those prices are so low that it does make up for having to drive a little bit or maybe plan ahead a little bit.
A few workers anonymously tell me construction of a diverging diamond in the area didn't help. One saying it routed traffic away from the supermarket, though it wrapped up around September of 2016. This comes on the heels of Sam's Club closing this past January.
Similar to the Sam's location, we heard about it after the fact, after that decision had been made. And from that standpoint, there's really nothing we can do to convince a business to stay in business.
Now, a couple shoppers tell me they come here specifically for their prescriptions. So while the store itself should remain open until April, they say the pharmacy, from what they're told, will be closed as early as Wednesday. They say they're allowed to remove their prescriptions to the store of their choosing, but no word yet on whether that will affect the prices. In Moorhead, Rose Itzkovitz, Valley News Live.
We're told that the company is trying to place workers into other stores, but it's not certain that will happen. We also reached out to Family Fare, both in Moorhead and at the corporate level. So far, have not received a comment from either.
Temps were right around the freezing mark for much of the day. Hutch, any trouble out there for tonight?
No real trouble, but we may have some areas that get some fog as we go through the overnight hours. This morning, we woke up in the single digits of the Red River Valley, 10 in Grand Forks. A chilly start to the day, but with the sunshine, well, I'll tell you what, Frosty's doing the limbo out there. A lot of melting will be taking place, and all of that snow on the ground, well, it's going to play a role in our daytime temperatures. Notice highs not too warm. We saw some 30s up in Lakes Country. 30 for Bemidji, 32 in Baudette, 30 here in Fargo. Temperatures in the 20s for most of the evening, and what was a breezy day will succumb to quieter winds during the overnight. We'll have details on our warm-up as we go through the remainder of our work week. We'll talk about a chance of snow in the forecast as well here in a few moments.
All right, thanks, Hutch. And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free. A Fargo man is in jail tonight after being arrested early this morning on a terrorizing charge. Police say he was involved in a disturbance and smashed out the windows of a vehicle with a shotgun. It happened on the 1800 block of 2nd Avenue South after a call about a man in the parking lot with a shotgun. 2 males were identified in the fight. Police say after the fight, 24-year-old Tavion Thompson of Fargo got the shotgun from his apartment, chased a man, and allegedly used the shotgun to smash the victim's vehicle window.
Sunday was busy for Grand Forks police, including 2 car chases and an armed robbery. They are the latest examples of increased crime in that city. 2 men were arrested in the separate car chases, but the man who ripped off the KFC at gunpoint last night is still at large. Some say they think crime is on the rise, but it's hard to know for sure because the latest crime statistics have been delayed by a new information system. Still, police say more crime could be part of a growing city.
I believe that we're growing as a city, and as we grow, we're going to have more of those big city type problems. So, people just need to be aware of their surroundings and protect their property.
The KFC robber is described as 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, wearing a black mossy oak hoodie. Call Grand Forks PD if you have any information.
At this hour, a search is still underway for a missing Minnesota teenager. Take a good look at your screen. The Marshall County Sheriff's Office says 19-year-old Amanda Hoff is 5'4", 135 pounds, with hazel eyes and blonde hair. Amanda was last seen in the Grand Rapids, Minnesota area. You're asked to call the Marshall County Sheriff's Office at the number on your screen if you have any information on this case, 218-745-5411.
Medical marijuana could be in the hands of the patients in North Dakota by the end of the year. It's been nearly a year since Governor Doug Burgum signed the bill to legalize medical marijuana use in the state. Today, rules were improved on how dispensaries could deliver to a registered qualifying patient or caregiver. The two manufacturers can have a maximum of 1,000 plants, and each dispensary can have 3,500 ounces of product.
I'm hoping that this will be our Thanksgiving or Christmas gift to our son Sam, and that his life will turn around and things will be better for him, and we'll have new hope.
The rules go into effect April 1st. For a full look at the rules and the locations of proposed dispensaries, go to our website at valleynewslive.com.
Minnesota's farmland prices dropped last year as the agriculture industry continued to face low crop prices and reduced income. Sales data for fiscal 2017 reported to the Minnesota Department of Revenue indicates that the median price per acre was about $4,600, a 5.4% decrease from 2016. Officials say farmers who purchased land during record high prices 5 or 6 years ago are facing the greatest financial risk, though falling land prices may make it easier for farmers looking to rent or purchase land. Despite indications that the industry will continue to struggle, the rate of decline for land value is slowing. Values saw double-digit percentage drops in 2014 and 2015.
Minnesota state senators are getting behind efforts to expand background checks on gun sales. A number of GOP senators have joined several Democrats by backing a bill that would expand background checks and require reporting of lost or stolen guns. It follows a renewed focus on gun laws nationwide after last month's shooting in the school in Florida. Some on the skeptical side of the legislation say that it will pass. Minnesota's Senate Majority Leaders say lawmakers have no time to waste on ideas that don't work.
Apparently, a lot of Fargo residents are walking around with smiles on their faces. Fargo ranked in the top 10 of happiest cities in America. The Wallet Hub study puts Fargo as the 6th happiest city, with Bismarck coming in at number 2. The study is based on a number of metrics, including strength of social ties and separation and divorce rates. Fremont, California was ranked number 1 on the list. The first Minnesota city to pop up on the rankings was St. Paul, ranked at 19.
Matt Cullen is a very familiar name around these parts. Later on Valley News Live at 6, how his star status continues to help others in our area.
Up next, there's an app for virtually everything these days, including where to find Girl Scout cookies.